What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Godly Games podcast. I'm your host, Michael. This is my homie, Chris. We've been friends for 8 years now? Something like that?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, bro. Yeah. And I'm glad that he's here on the pod. And Chris knew me before my faith walk. And he himself is on the beginning of his faith journey. And it's been an awesome ride. And I'm just so grateful to God that he's instilled that in your heart, because I never wanted to force anybody to come on this journey with me, but God has been making moves, bro. I just think it's crazy that when I started this faith journey, some of my best friends also were curious too.
Yeah.
And I'm just so stoked that he's called you. Yeah, man. So let's talk about a little bit when we first met, bro. I think when we first met, it was through our mutual friend Josh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were right before COVID too.
Yeah, right before COVID.
Yeah. What were your first impressions of me, man?
You just seemed like you had a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And you were so ready to learn.
Yeah.
And just be a part of this industry.
Yeah.
And I like that about you. So I try to bring you around as much as I can. And
That's funny.
I was already 2 years into it. So I was just trying to teach you everything that I knew.
You were the first person I knew who showed me, let me operate a Red. I'd never seen a Red camera before.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, yeah, I have a Red. What?
Yeah.
What's this big old brick?
Yeah. I think back to those times and I'm like, man, I was such a different person back then. And now, I feel like every 2 or 3 years, I'm turning into somebody else.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just weird.
Does that concern you or does that excite you?
No, it's exciting. Exciting.
good.
Every change is a good change. And I learn a lot.
Put the mic a little bit closer. Yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, I remember those days, bro. I think we knew each other for a year, and we were working alongside each other in projects. And I did learn a lot from you, because you were also one of the first people who learned Premiere. And then you had one of the first people to ask me to do a joint project with you. And I'm like, I don't know how to edit in Premiere. And you're like, just figure it out. And I was just like, all right, I'll figure it out. And that was really cool, dude. I learned so much from you. But I remember when I first met you, I was like, oh, I don't think this fool likes me.
Yeah.
You were very quiet, very reserved.
A lot of people get that feeling when they first meet me.
Yeah.
I think
very intimidating too.
A lot more so I think back then.
Yeah.
I think now I realized how I feel things very deeply and very strongly for some reason. More so than normal, I think. And I've come to realize that I can express it through photos, but not everyone understands that. No one can read my emotions through that. What I've come to realize is that through my words, I can more easily describe what I'm feeling. And people can connect and resonate.
Absolutely,
and
man.
Feel a deeper connection.
There's a great power in the tongue. But I think the reason why I resonated with you so much is because even though your exterior was solid, the moment you get comfortable with somebody, you're just like me. You're like an open book. And I'm like, oh, this feels really cool.
Yeah.
And I think you and I got along really, really well. But I remember I just wanted to learn so much from you, dude. And for sure, I think both of us have changed. Every 2-3 years we survived COVID together. We were making music videos, trying to stay creative. I think also our brotherhood just also got stronger and stronger. And the more we developed our relationship, the more vulnerable we were allowing ourselves to be with each other. I was coming over to your house, meeting your family and stuff like that, which was really dope. And yeah, man. And then I'm just so happy where we've gotten to, this full. But yeah, man, I actually didn't even know that your family came from the Mormon church until just recently.
Yeah.
Were your parents Catholic?
My parents were Catholic,
Grew
but
up
they
Catholic.
weren't going to church every weekend.
Right.
My dad used to drink a lot, and every once in a while we would go to church. I never had my first communion or whatever it's called. I never did any of that. And my dad fell into a deep depression, and my older brother was starting to involve himself with gangs and stuff like that. So we were trying to find somewhere where we could heal and just change our lives.
Yeah.
and that's when the missionaries came to our house.
And it's the house you live in right now.
Yeah.
Have you guys have always lived there?
No,
Where did you live first?
West Covina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so a missionary came to your house. What was that experience like? What did they come to your house just randomly?
Our neighbor was Mormon, so she sent them over when she knew how bad we were struggling.
So she saw a family that was kind of hurting,
Yeah.
and decided to extend. And so, can you walk us through that experience, man? Like, what ended up? Was that just a moment where your family was really in need, and God sent you exactly what you needed in that moment?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it saved my family.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
And do you notice the change in your dad?
Yeah.
Big time.
He quit drinking. He quit smoking. It was kind of crazy to see.
Could you share what it was like now going from not going to church, now you're being involved in this movement? What it was like growing up? What age were you?
I think I was like 10, around 12, I think, something like that. It was cool. I think the community part was like what was like the coolest thing about it. Like I felt invited. I felt welcomed. I had friends now, and I think that's what I like the most about it.
Do you still keep in contact with any of those friends?
Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn! I didn't know that.
Me and Josh grew up in the church.
Oh, that's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. This is the friend that we were just talking about,
Yeah.
guys. Like, the mutual friend. That's wild. Is his family still part of the church?
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah.
I think they might go every once in a while, but I'm not 100%.
Damn, that's crazy. And so, the community part was like a big part of it. That's what really, really helped.
Yeah.
What other things did you like about the church, man?
It's been such a long time.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember.
Do you guys? Because I don't know anything about like the LDS church. Is it the same book? Do we all read the same book?
We all read the Bible, but there's additional books.
That they've added inside in it.
No, it's separate books.
Okay,
but
separate
it's like,
books.
They say it's another testament of Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And so you guys have the Bible, but then you also cross-reference with a couple other books.
There's the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants. I think there's something else.
Okay.
I can't remember anymore.
Were there any similarities between like Catholicism and Mormonism that you saw, like as far as rituals or practices?
Not many. I think just partaking of the sacrament and tithing. Tithing worked differently though.
How?
In the Mormon Church, you don't have to, but you're supposed to give 10% of your income.
Okay. Yeah. Same thing with I think most religions. Yeah.
I think what was crazy is that our like president is what we call him of like our like branch, I guess. He was our like bookkeeper. He was our like tax person.
So
at the end of the year, he was like, "I know how much you made. You didn't pay 10%."
Oh, damn.
And my dad's like, "I'm gonna give what I can." And
Yeah.
that was like so weird.
Was there kind of tension from the church? Was there like kind of gossip? I'm like, oh, that family doesn't.
No.
Okay,
not
that's
really.
good.
But there's always people that think they're better than you. Like they're more church people. They're more godly.
Self-righteous.
For some reason. Yeah.
I think that's every movement, man.
Yeah.
I think that's. I mean, I don't know if you've read as much, but like the Pharisees in the book. You know what I mean? The people who are the most religious, they think they were like the highest. And I've noticed that pattern, whether you're Mormon, Catholic, Christian, Muslim, there's just always that breed of followers who tend to hold their holiness above others. So about how long, man, you're around 10 years old, when do you start feeling like a little bit of tension in your faith?
I think it's in high school for sure. This is so much church, you kind of start to get burnt out. Like in high school, you would go every single morning before school.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you do an hour of pretty much Bible study.
Yeah.
And then every Wednesday, all the youth would meet up.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, it's 3 hours. It was just a lot. It was a lot.
It's a lot.
It was a lot. And also, I guess when I was younger, I would read it and I kind of developed my own sense of like beliefs that was different from the church. And I think that's like one of the reasons why I stepped away. And I think that's like one of the reasons that I'm still struggling to today when I read the book. Like my brain wants to stick to the beliefs that I've believed for so long
Yeah.
that it's hard for me to advance my faith when I
What-
read the book now.
When you were doing your like Bible study and stuff, and you were making these sets of beliefs, did you ever go and speak to like an elder or speak to like a mentor and be like, hey, I'm having these thoughts or I'm having these different set of beliefs, or did you just kind of keep it to yourself?
I just kind of keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Do you think, and looking back at it now, are you glad that you kept it to yourself, or do you think you should have spoken to somebody about it?
It's tough because right now I'm still not sure what I believe. And although I want to believe, I can't fully believe.
Yeah.
But like
You're in the
I
process.
wanna find out.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something in you that's
Yeah.
like, yo, I gotta find something.
Yeah.
Now. And when, excuse me. So around this time between like 10 years old to high school, what was your connection with God? Like, did you feel like you had a connection with
Oh,
God?
yeah.
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 Yeah, you're very spiritual, bro. Like
Yeah.
I noticed that about you. I mean, me, dude, I don't have like the spiritual gift.
Yeah.
It's a I have to put a little bit more focus into it. I'm very textualized, you know, like I hyperlink things. I'm like, whoa, this happened because of this and
Yeah.
this and that. But when it comes to the spiritual thing, I'm like, huh? What? You
Yeah.
know, but it doesn't mean that I don't have spiritual experiences, thanks be to God. But it is one of those things where I'm like, oh, like Chris has a spiritual gift. Like Naomi has a spiritual gift. Like you guys are empaths. I know you guys can pick up on that stuff.
My thing now is that I kind of feel it less when I'm reading the Bible, when I'm at church. Like there's things what people say that I do feel something, but I don't feel like it's the spirit. It's just like something that I needed to hear for my personal life. But it's hard for me to feel the spirit when I'm doing those things, and it's confusing to me because I can feel the spirit in other places, and then that's even more so confusing.
Yeah. That could be definitely confusing, and it can I feel like it could almost make you second guess a lot,
Yeah.
you know? But I want you to know, man, that like, hey, bro, like you're in a season where you're trying to crank something out, and even though you're confused, I'm just so proud of the fact that you haven't given up. Like I know you personally, and I've seen you with that struggle, and it makes me, I'll tell you this, bro, it brings me so much joy when like I know you're confused, but I can see that you're like, I don't care, I'm gonna still try and look
Yeah.
for the answers, which is a great place to
Yeah.
be. So you're getting to this point where you're having tension, right? And when do you decide to actually leave the church? Is it one thing that happened, or was it like a gradual?
No, it's a gradual like accumulation of things.
Mm.
I think the main thing was though, we would spend 3 hours at church, and then in those 3 hours, I didn't get to spend a lot of time with my family, and
Oh, you guys are
that
separated.
bugged me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't know that. So is it the youth and then the adults?
it was like youth, and then like a mixture, and then like the sacrament, where I would sit with my family, but we would just be there quiet. Like there was no like real bonding between my family, and that really bugged me. And I think my parents stopped going like shortly after me, and I explained to them like I'd rather just hang out with you guys, and just.
So you were the first one to say like, I don't really want to go to church. Did that cause any tension in your family, or like where your parents were like, yeah,
I think my
that's fine?
parents were, especially my dad. I think my mom still wanted to go, but my dad was starting to feel like the same feelings I was feeling, but more so from the people, like from like what was going on in there with the people.
Okay.
But for me, it was like I didn't know if I believed that anymore. And then the family thing was the thing that made me want to stop, like for sure.
And so when you decide to leave the church, do you did what was your connection with God? Do you feel like it got broken? Do you feel like it got
No.
stronger?
I don't feel that it got stronger or broken. I think I continue to feel spiritual. I never felt like I lost that connection with God until like recently.
So you have that. So you leave the Mormon church. up until the moment where like you kind of start feeling like, yo, the connection is severed, what is your study like now? Are you still reading, or are you just kind of living life and figuring stuff out?
Like right now, currently?
Yeah. Not currently, but like the moment you decide to leave the church up until the moment where like you're like, all right, my connection with God isn't strong. That time, are you still doing Bible study on
No.
your own, or are you just
No.
kind of living life, figuring it out?
No. I'm just living life. Just going with the flow pretty much. I felt a great deal of anxiety my whole life. And there was a lot of moments where I felt or thought I was going to die for some reason.
Yeah.
And in those moments, I would beg God for like, oh, just give me like 2-3 more years. And like, give me a year, I just need more time.
Yeah.
And there was a moment after COVID where we were let back out pretty much to like do shows and stuff freely without any like restrictions. And when that happened, we went hard. Like we partied, we drank, and I guess we started doing drugs.
Yeah. Dude, everybody had cabin fever. They're just walling out. I know there was a lot of people like that too, because the thing is, the world stopped, bro.
Yeah.
Like everything halted.
Yeah, and so when that happened, I already had anxiety, and then it just made it worse. And then it'd be like late at night, and I'm like, this is it. I'm out of time.
Damn.
He gave me those 2-3 years. This is it.
Damn.
I'm done. And that's when I started my weight loss journey.
Oh, okay. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm grateful that I did that stuff, because I don't think I would have started my weight loss journey if it wasn't for that feeling that I felt at that time.
Yeah, like that nudge. What was your anxiety like, man? Like you said late at night. Is that when it would hit you the hardest?
Yeah.
Do you think it's because when you're awake, there's so much distraction, and then at the end of the night, all the distractions are gone? Now you're just there.
Yeah, it's just me and my thoughts, and that's it. And I didn't know how to stop those thoughts. And so it just spirals out of control.
Would you mind sharing some of those thoughts?
I just feel like I'm dying. I just feel like I didn't take care of myself. And my time's coming.
And the partying and the drugs are just like, yo, I'm making it worse. I'm not even trying to help. I'm making it worse.
It makes it worse also because like when you're out there, you're surrounded by people, and then you go home and then it's just you, and you feel more lonelier than if you would have just stayed home.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. That's where I was too. I didn't want to take my life, but I was completely okay with something happening to me.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my therapist would like always ask me like, do you ever think about taking your life? And it's the same answer. Like, I never like thought of like putting a gun to my head and just taking my life like that. It's always like those thoughts of like, I could just swerve this car right now and just fucking.
Yeah, bro. I remember.
I just wish I didn't wake up or something like that.
Yeah, same thing, man. Like I could just swerve this car, or I would be standing at an intersection. I would be like, I wish this person would just like trip, fall, push me into the car, and then like things like that.
Yeah.
Like just anywhere where I'm like, I wish I could just somebody push me there, somebody trip. Like I wish I could just trip and fall. Like a weird accident, which is a dark place to be.
Yeah,
bro. Like I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I think the devil does a really good job of allowing us to entertain those thoughts. And he makes us lose sight of the fact that we're made in God's image, and when I think about those times now, it hurts me because I feel like, damn, I was breaking God's heart. Like he made us specifically for a reason. And here we are thinking like, I wish something were to happen. So yeah, man, you start this weight loss journey. And for those who are listening, man, like, Chris has an awesome story as well with that. Is like, as you heard, he had this anxiety and it pushed him, and Chris lost over 100 pounds.
Yeah, I'm at 110 right now.
Dude, that's so sick,
Yeah.
bro. Like even that in itself is such a crazy accomplishment, man. And Naomi and I always see parallels between fitness and faith. So it's not a surprise to me that your spirit was also like, hey, I want you to take care of your body, but I'm also showing something inside of you as well that we also need to work on, which is that spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're at a point now, man, where you're seeking answers, right?
Yeah.
And what's that journey like now, man? Like, what are you going through?
I think it's scary for me.
Hmm.
Yeah. I just,
What scares you about it?
it's just that, like, I'm trying to learn, like, I'm trying to believe,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to, but I can't. And the thing that scares me is that, will I ever? And why is it not getting easier?
Do you feel like you're forcing it sometimes? No.
No, I do what's comfortable.
It seems like you have like mental blocks,
Mm-hmm.
right? You mentioned you want to believe, but there's something there that prevents you.
Yeah.
What, to the best of your knowledge, what do you think that is that's preventing you?
I don't know. I think the Bible's just like so confusing.
Okay.
Like there's things you could read that could support one thing, and there's things you could read that supports like a complete opposite thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see like two people from two different faiths arguing with the same book for hours.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, it means this. No, it means that. Yeah.
to me, it's confusing to like, oh, which part do I believe?
Mm.
And do I believe in any of those?
Mm.
And sometimes I walk away and I'm like, I don't think I do.
Mm.
But I want to, but I can't.
Are you under the assumption that like you read something and then it's like, okay, I have to believe this now, right here, right now? Like that's the requirement?
No, but for me, it's hard to read something. And if I don't understand it right away, it's hard to me to just like, I'm going to keep reading.
You want to get down to what this means.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying, man. Like it's hard for you to move past it. Do you ever go to God to help you with the confusion or literally in your prayers offer it to him like, God, I don't get this. I don't understand it right now. I really want to understand this, but I cannot seem to understand it. I need your help.
Yeah. I don't like sit down and do like a prayer like we just did.
Yeah.
But it's just like me kind of like having a conversation like, help me. Like, I want to understand this.
Yeah. I think that helps a lot, man. There's been a lot of things in the Bible that I did not get and I did not understand. And I would get frustrated as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there were things that the Bible says that went completely against what I believed. And, you know, I don't know if you've heard this term, bro, but there's this term about like crucifying your flesh. It literally feels like you're dying. Like I used to think this way and it's hard for me to let this go. And it's just, it is this feeling of like, I'm actually crucifying an old part of myself.
Yeah.
And that's hard, man, because like you said, right now you just said, oh, I do what's comfortable. That's what we do as humans. We tend to stay in the guidelines that make us comfortable.
I'm pushing it, but I'm
Yeah.
also like not pushing it too far. Because right now I'm like going through severe depression, and I'm trying to get better at that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to heal that.
Yeah.
And what I've learned is that my way of thinking is flawed because of the way I grew up.
Yeah.
And so in order to fix that, I have to like challenge myself and what I think I believe or how I think I should think. And so I have to make myself uncomfortable, but not too uncomfortable as to where I don't want to do this anymore.
How do you feel about surrendering?
What do you mean?
So I think the reason why I was struggling to understand things sometimes is because I didn't want to let it go. I didn't want to surrender what I thought. I didn't want to surrender this belief that I had. And I think sometimes we do that. It's like, it's so hard. Like you had shared with me the scripture, right?
Yeah.
Where this man comes to Jesus and says, Jesus, I want to follow you, but let me go bury my father. And Jesus says, let the dead bury their dead. And I think that really bugged you. And
It still does.
Yeah, and it bugged me too, you know? Because Jesus calls us to put him first, even before our family, even before the children that we're going to have.
I just can't.
And
Well, my thing is, like, you gave me these people.
yeah.
Let me mourn at least a day,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can come with you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a crazy ask?
That's not a crazy ask, but it's a human ask. And that's the tough thing
But
that
I was
we
given this human body.
Yeah. But the thing is, like you said, you understand that your thinking is flawed.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a tough pill that we all have to swallow when we decide to follow Christ, is that not only is our thinking flawed, everything about us is flawed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so some of those things are hard, bro. And
Yeah.
like, I get what you're saying, because it's like you made me this way.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are the one who orchestrates these things, and it's like, it is true. It is true. Like, he does make us that way, but it's not to make us feel condemned or make us feel depressed when we do something that you orchestrated us to do. It's actually an invitation to accept his hand in when we stumble and fall, you know. And I think with depression, man, we stumble and fall, and then we sit there and we think about why we stumbled and fall. And because we sit there and think with the enemy's tactic of depression, and we sit there and we stumble and fall, we miss the fact that Jesus is like, yo, like, take my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Take my hand. It's okay, mijo. Like, I got you. I got you. But we're so dark in this cloud, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I'm trying to gather a thought, but I can't.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this, man, like, one thing you won't be able to do is think your way out of this. Like, you will not be able to think your way out of this. You will not be
Yeah.
able to logically rationalize and put things together, because at the end of the day, God's ways are not our ways.
I think that's the toughest part for me. It's like, I don't know. It's just weird not being able to understand but believe in.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah. You know, man, the Jesus says all you have to have is faith the size of a mustard seed. Have you heard that before?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why he said a mustard seed? So a mustard seed is tiny, but it grows up into this massive, massive bush. So all you have to do is just have this like little bit of faith, which you do have. You definitely have. The fact that you're struggling is proof that you have some kind of faith, because if you didn't have any faith, you'd be living a debaucherous life, a sinful life. Be like, I don't care, I'm going to figure it out on my own.
Yeah.
But that's not the case that you're in. What you're doing is you're presenting what you feel and what you think to God, and God is patiently working with you. But I think you're just, right now you're in a season of frustration, because like, I want to get to the other side. I want to get to the other side already. I want to get rid of all this stuff. But I think one thing that I see in your frustration is God is also teaching you patience.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I have for you, but I need you to be patient, even through your frustration, which you completely are, because you're not lashing out. You're not committing sin. In fact, you're just trying to be better.
Yeah.
You know? And I think God is very well pleased with that, even though he sees the struggle. How do you feel about it, man? Like, how do you feel about the fact that you want to believe, but you can't, and you read the Bible and you kind of feel worse, or you go to church and you don't feel the spirit that you normally
Yeah.
feel?
Like, I'm worried. Like what if I keep trying and it just doesn't work? Nothing clicks for me, and I decide not to come to church anymore, and I decide not to read this Bible anymore. Like, what does that mean for me then? I don't know.
Do you get discouraged to go to church and read the Bible? Does it discourage you?
Yeah.
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 Does it discourage you simply just because you don't understand, like you can't get it?
It's partly because I don't get it, and it's partly because of like the beliefs I've come to believe, I guess. makes me think otherwise, and I'm trying to challenge those, but I can't get over it.
This is why I was talking about surrender, man, because I think what you're doing is you're holding on to beliefs. Like you're holding on for your life.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I think what it is is like, I'm holding on to this until you show me something that makes sense. And once I can make sense of it, okay, then I'll grab onto the other one.
probably.
And God, a lot of times, man, that's the whole meaning of faith. Faith is to have hope in the things that are unseen. So I think, this is just my personal opinion, I think God will only reveal as much as you allow him to reveal. But because you want to hold on until you show me something, it's like that's not the type of faith he's calling you to. It's like I'm asking you to have faith in me and let go of that belief, even if I haven't even shown you anything yet. And that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard, bro. That's a really weird position because your whole foundation that's what it is. It's like you have a foundation that Chris has already built. And God is like, I can't build a foundation on something that you already have a foundation on. I'm going to need you to wipe all that away. And that's scary, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's hella scary. It's the unknown. It's like, what is it going to be? But if I can share anything with you, bro, it's like, it's the best decision you can ever make. Because yes, you'll be confused, but in those moments is when God, I mean, bro, he gave you more than 2-3 years.
Yeah.
You're still here. Like, not only did he give you more than 2-3 years, but he nudged you in your spirit to like, yo, take care of your temple, made you have this feet.
Yeah.
You also didn't know how much weight you were going to lose. You didn't know if you were going to be able to make it. Yeah. Like, you just said, all right, I got to do something. And you went with it.
Yeah.
With zero knowledge, nothing at all. No foundation. You went to people who you trusted, and they helped you.
Yeah.
Right? And I think it's the same with this, man. It's just, it's a mental game. We're in this mental game, and it's really, 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 really hard.
I think I also, like, for a long time, I'm like, everyone, like, podcast became a big thing. And for a long time, I'm like, I don't want to listen to any podcasts. Like, because you would see people that listen to Joe Rogan's podcast, and their whole personality would be, like, based upon Joe Rogan's. And I'm like, I don't like that. Like, I want to be my own person. I want to develop my own beliefs. And so I did. And now I think that was also a flaw. I think right now in my life, the only thing I know is who I am. Because everything else just seems like I have no idea what's in my future. And the only thing I know right now is who I am. And to try to just let that go is hard.
Yeah. It's hard for a lot of people, man. It's hard for all of us. And the thing is, you're not alone in that, right? We all go through that. There's some people who are listening right now who are in the same position as you are. It's like, I got to let go of me. And the only thing I can say to that is, you're letting go of who you think you are, and you find out who you were meant to be. That's the reward for letting yourself go. And the thing is, too, man, is like, even in this struggle that you're going through, I even think God is using this moment because, bro, what if I have a kid who's going something that's similar to you're going through, and I'm like, here, go talk to your Theo Chris. He was going through exactly the same thing that you were going through.
No, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in this season, it's frustrating, bro, but God's training you. God's doing something. He has to be doing something. He's always been. It's just, it's so hard for us sometimes, man, because we think we're prisoner of the moment, right?
Yeah.
We think in our own timeline, God exists outside of time, and he knows where you're going to be at eventually, but we can't see that. And it takes faith for us to be able to get there. What are, if you can, what are some of the things that, like, is hard for you to, like, really let go?
Fuck, I don't know. It's like, it's hard. I was sitting in therapy the other day,
Yeah.
and we're talking about like why I can't advance at certain things, why I can't move forward in certain things. And she's like, sit down and write down your barriers. And I'm like, if I don't understand what a barrier is, how do I know
What to write down?
what to write down?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, I'm like, what are my barriers? I don't know. I might have many, but I don't know how to explain it.
Hmm. Is that the first time you've been challenged to do that?
Yeah.
When was this?
Monday.
Monday?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you've had some time to think. Have you at least come up with one?
I think there's a few.
Okay.
Perfectionism.
Okay.
Especially creatively, it needs to be perfect or else I'm not satisfied. Like even a week ago, me and my little brother swapped rooms, and his room was a mess. And I'm like, I gotta fix this room before I move in. And I'm not like I don't do construction. I don't know how to do things, but I'm like, there's a bunch of like patches on this wall, and they look ugly. And I gotta sand them down. I gotta do all this. I gotta make it perfect before I can paint. And I'm like talking to my mom, like I'm doing it again. Like I'm stopping myself from advancing this project because I want this to be perfect.
Wait, what do you mean you're doing it again? Because to me, it just sounded like you were doing something. What do you mean you're doing it? How did you stop?
I'm stopping myself from finishing the project because I was obsessed with getting this certain part of the project perfect. It's to the point where I can't finish things. Like I start a project and I have a bunch of projects that you know about.
Yeah.
That are just projects. It hasn't come to life because I'm still trying to get it perfect.
You know, perfect is impossible, right?
Yeah. Even as a video editor, I would get hired by a director to edit. And I'd be so obsessed with like getting the audio right or something like that. In my head, when I'm watching it down, I could hear the audio change. And I'm like, give me like a few more minutes, I can fix this. And they're like, Chris, the average viewer's not gonna notice this.
Yeah.
Just
yeah, it can
just
get
keep
in the way,
going
man.
with the project.
Yeah, it can get in the way. It seems like a big part of you is holding on to things, right? And you got to let go.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe on some of this faith journey stuff that you're holding on to, have a parallel to the physical projects that you have. If you finish a project and let go of the fact that it's not as perfect as you want it to be, it might actually help you in your faith life. Let go of some of the things that you don't really understand and taking those first steps. And those are some practical things that you can do, man. And to me, it sounds like it's a mild form of OCD, right? It's a little bit mild form of OCD, but preventing yourself, the thing is the enemy wants to keep you from finishing stuff because then now your track record is I'm somebody who doesn't finish things.
Yeah.
I had that problem when I was a kid too, bro. Like my mom was always on my ass about it. She's like, you get really happy and excited about things and then you don't finish it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe because my mom said that to me at a young age, I had to learn how to correct that.
Yeah.
But bro, you're amazing at what you do. Like anytime I hear about documentaries, you're the first name I pop up. I'm like, yo, my homie Chris is amazing at documentaries, right? But it's those small little things. Like I get it. It's those small little things in your creation. You're like, that thing there, that thing there, and we want to fixate on all the bad instead of looking on all the glory. It's again the same thing with our depression.
Yeah.
We don't want to focus on the beauty about our life. We want to sit here and focus on all the negative things.
Yeah. I think what's crazy is that I'm kind of like wanting to move on from video editing and the creative side. Like I just want to have like an income, you know? And I'm going back to school. I went to see a counselor to help me, guide me. Yeah. And she's like, you're very confident at what you already know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can't just let that go. And even my therapist is the same. you have like this ultra confidence in what you do know. And my mom also, like, I was offered a job in camera assist,
Mm-hmm.
and I turned it down because I was trying to move on. And my mom's like, have confidence in yourself and your ability to do these things. I'm like, Ma, I have the confidence for that. What I don't have the confidence is in the industry. But it's not the industry. It's me. I'm missing parts that I need in order to advance.
I think you need what you're lacking in confidence is just lacking in confidence and letting go.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those things where it's like, Chris, the average viewer is not going to hear it. Yeah, but I see it.
Yeah.
Got to kill that, bro. It's like it at that point, I got really good myself with saying, who cares what I think? Who cares what I think? Like, it doesn't matter, because I was in that same loop, because it would prevent me from doing certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to apply for that position because I'm not good enough. Who cares what I think? Apply, see what happens, right? Oh, I'm not going to finish this project because it's not good enough. Who cares? Just send out the first draft and see what the client says. You know? 99% of the time, bro, we're wrong.
I remember. Yeah.
We're wrong.
remember.
We're wrong.
Yeah.
And I want you to know too, man, is like, it is us, but it's not who we're meant to be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the reason why we think it's us is because the enemy convinces us with these mental games like, that's who you are. No, it is. It's trash. It's shit. Look. It's wrong. There's a mistake.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, we're made to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
We're made to make mistakes and to bounce back and to get better and to get stronger. It's the same thing with your weightlifting journey, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't start off by being able to push a plate on the bar. You know, you went in, you're like, I don't even know how to bench properly. You got to learn how to make many mistakes before you even got the form down to do a proper bench press.
Yeah.
And then eventually you got...
No, I was pretty good from the start.
All right.
No, I just playing.
But you see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I think it's that's what it is, man. I think right now in this season, God is training you to let go.
Yeah. I'm grateful for everything that I'm going through right now, you know?
Yeah.
I've changed so much in so short time. It's kind of amazing. Like, I amaze myself.
Yeah.
And
You're seeing the power of God, bro, the power of transformation. You're really seeing it.
mm-hmm.
And if you're seeing this yourself,
Yeah,
how many things did you let go to get here?
it was a lot. Mm-hmm.
Right? So the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, again, sometimes we feel like we're attacking ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
and it does feel like that. The Bible says this, bro. What God does with us is when we produce fruit, he prunes the branches so that we can produce more fruit. When I heard prune, what do you think when you hear prune?
It's like some dried up fruit or some shit like that.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
Dried up fruit. It's not.
Or it's like when you like cut it
Yes.
at a certain spot to make it grow more.
Yes. So if you cut something, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt. That's why when we let go, it's like, bro, you're pruning me. Why like to? But what I love to fixate on is like, there's a reason why you're pruning. Like, you gave me fruit, you're gonna prune me for what? To get more fruit, right?
Yeah.
But without God, we just think, this hurts. It hurts. Now we only focus on the pain. I don't
Yeah.
want to go through this, and then we stay away from it because, like, no, it gives me pain. But we don't know that. But now that we know that there's fruit coming, it's
Yeah.
like, bro, prune
Yeah.
as much as you want,
Yeah.
you know, and have confidence, man. Have confidence in the fact that, like, God is doing a great work with you, and he's with you, dog, and he loves you so much. And I know he has, bro, you have such a crazy story, man. Like, I wouldn't even put it past you to, like, eventually make a documentary about yourself one day.
I'm gonna show you my treatment right now.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I mean, man? And it's crazy, man, because, like, we were talking about when we first met, hard exterior.
Mm-hmm.
It's like now when I look at you, you're always smiling, like you're glowing. And I'm like, bro, this is.
I'm
a
actually
completely-
worried about what I look like smiling. Like I hardly ever see myself smiling.
Nah,
and
bro,
I'm like,
don't
am I gonna look
ever
goofy?
don't ever worry, bro. Like you have a beautiful smile. You have a beautiful smile.
Yeah.
Like it's great to see you smile, man. Like when you show up to church now and you see me, like I see you with a smile versus before it was like
Yeah.
like this, you know?
You know what's crazy? Last week, my dad came home from work.
Uh-huh.
It was a Wednesday. And this fool looked so happy. I'm like, yo, what's going on here? And he's like, you look happy today. I'm like, oh shit. That like almost made me cry.
Yeah.
He was happy because I was happy. And he hadn't seen me like that in a long time.
You can even see the power of happiness, right?
Yeah.
And like the power of joy and what it can do and the ripple effect. It's like
Mhm.
you did nothing, but your dad saw you and
Yeah.
you're like, why are you happy? He's like, because I saw you happy.
You know, my parents recently started going back to church also.
Mhm.
They went back to the Mormon church.
Mm-hmm.
And that made me so happy.
Yeah.
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 Because I kind of felt guilt for a long time. Because I felt like maybe my parents left the church because I left the church. And then maybe my dad started drinking again because I started drinking and I started smoking. And that made me feel terrible. And I was just like hoping for the day that they would go back just so I could feel a little bit better. That I didn't lead my dad back down this alcoholic path.
Yeah.
And I'll probably go to church with them in like a day or a few days
Yeah, man.
just to show them that I approve.
With your faith journey right now, man, like how do you feel right now? Do you mentioned that you kind of felt like God wasn't there. Do you feel his presence now? And when do you feel it?
Not really. I'll feel it like if I go to the cabin, if I'm sitting there alone, I'm watching the landscape, I'm hearing the wind through the trees. I'll feel the sunshine in my palms. That's when I can feel it.
His creation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I'm sitting in church, it's hard. When I'm reading the Bible, it's hard.
Do you pray before you go into church, and do you pray before you read the Bible?
No.
I think that's important, man. It's important because the thing is, it's funny how you don't feel it when you're actively going to search for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
I think the enemy is like, nah, I have you so distracted. The moment I'm gonna make it so that you feel weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of give you some kind of trauma so that you don't wanna pick up the word.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to church. I'm gonna make you feel so negative because I don't want you here. Because when you're here, that's when you're with God and he does the best work in you. And I don't want you to be like that.
Mm-hmm. I remember when I first started going to church with you guys, I would be driving there. It's like a 25-minute drive for me. And I'm like, I would be driving. I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I going to church? This isn't me.
Mm.
And I would almost stop myself from going to church just because I felt that way.
You see how he tries to convince you,
Yeah.
just like, this isn't me.
Yeah.
Why not? Is it you?
Yeah.
Like who said that it wasn't you?
Yeah.
Like you're in control.
Mhm.
Like you do what you want to do. You have your free will. And so it's pay attention to that, man.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're aware of it. And I
Mhm.
think that's why you do it.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
I-
because I'm doing it, you know,
Yeah.
and understand that tension isn't. It's purposeful, but not for God's purpose. It's the other guy's purpose,
Mhm.
you know. But I encourage you to pray before, bro. Like invite God before you even step into His home. Invite God into you before you get into the Word. Just like how I invited God before we started this
Mhm.
podcast, and you even heard in my prayer, I rebuke Satan's
Yeah.
hold on us, right? Because there's been times, bro. There's been twice where Naomi and I got into the podcast without praying, and both of us were feeling like spiritual warfare. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't even hear her. Like I'm listening, but like I'm not retaining anything. And then we would get frustrated with each other, and we're like, yo, why is this podcast so hard? It's like, yo, we didn't even pray before.
Yeah.
You know, and it's powerful, dog. Like prayer is hella powerful to do it before things and after things, you know. And I would encourage you to pray before you get into your word, and then pray after you get into your word.
Mhm.
You know, after you close that book, and if you're feeling kind of strange, be like, you know what, God, I'm still feeling a little bit weird, but I want to thank you for allowing me to have time to be in the word with you, and for showing me whatever you did reveal.
Mhm.
Are there any struggles that like you're going through right now like that or something that like is bugging you as far as either biblically or spiritually?
I mean, last week I went to church
Mm-hmm.
Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and the topic was like, can God's plans be hindered?
Mm.
And at the end of it, the conclusion was no. So
Yeah,
then
because he
it's
already knows everything.
confusing to me. Like I don't want to believe that I won't be in the presence of God because I did that. Because he gave me the option to choose.
Yeah. Yeah, he gives us the option to choose in hopes that we make the right choice.
But if I happen to make the wrong choice,
Wrong choice, you feel.
I don't think that I'm not going to be in his presence.
Okay, so what has convinced you that you wouldn't be if you made the wrong choice?
I don't know.
So what you're saying is like, if you have a choice to make and you make the wrong choice, you said, I don't think that because I made that wrong choice, I should necessarily be away from the presence of God,
Mm-hmm.
right? What makes you so sure that there's no redemptive process for the wrong choice? Because I guess the way you explain it, it's like you may make a wrong choice, but because of that wrong choice, absolutely, ya estuvo, you're going to hell.
Not just the one choice. It's the to continue to live like the way I've been living, and not fully being a disciple of Christ, not actively trying to get His word out there. It's kind of I think I get this from like the Mormon thing.
Okay.
Like it's all about work. You have to do this, 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 and this, and this. You have to be fully committed to the word and to spreading the word in order to be in his presence.
I think that's where the difference lies.
Yeah.
Is Jesus said it's not about works, right?
Yeah.
What religions do, yeah, man, is like they get so obsessed with the works,
Mm-hmm.
the works part. And Jesus constantly says, and in the New Testament, it's like, it's not by works.
Yeah.
It's by faith,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? It's by faith. The faith that we were talking about. You have this thing that you can't let go, and God is asking you to put faith.
Mm-hmm.
By you giving that faith, that's what gets your ticket to
Yeah.
God. Because the thing is, we're not saved by works. We're saved by grace. Do you know what that means?
No.
Grace means, God's grace means that he gives you a gift even though you don't deserve it. So no matter what you do, my grace is sufficient for you because God gives you grace, because it's his it's his characteristic. You don't deserve this gift, but I love you so much that I'm giving you this gift.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I really understood, that I'm saved by grace through faith.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that we got to do, is give our faith to him, to give him faith.
Yeah.
And we're saved by his grace, not by anything we did, not that by anything that we're going to do. We're saved because God wants to save us.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do is, when we do by works, we say, no, your grace isn't sufficient. It's not good enough. I got to do more. I got to do more to earn your. It's like, how you going to tell me how I'm about to save you? You know, and I don't know if you have heard that before, man, but harp on that. It's like you're saved by grace because that's what God's goodness and nature is. And so maybe that's hard for you to struggle. Maybe the struggle for you is like, damn, but like you made it this way. Like you made it that way that we were supposed to fail. But instead of focusing on the outcome, again, it's that whole depression thing. What is the alternative? The alternative is like, yeah, but he still gave us a way out. And we should be focusing on the way out rather than the fact that like, oh no, but like I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. It's like, no, you won't.
Yeah.
And the thing about confidence, bro, is like, I've been reading about this a lot in the New Testament. The Apostle Paul, he talks about confidently going to the throne of God, confidently going to the throne of God. And I think about how many people out here aren't confident about God. Like, I've wrestled with that sometimes myself. I'm like, am I going to go to hell or am I going to go to heaven? Like, have I done enough?
Yeah.
But then I read Paul and I'm like, this fool's hella confident. Like, I want to be able to go to confident in God. The only way I can walk confidently to God is if I fully accept that he saved me by his grace because God wanted to save me. Not because I really want to be a good servant of Christ.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with that. It doesn't matter how badly you want to be on God's good side. It does not matter. That's not what brings you salvation.
Mm-hmm.
What brought you salvation is before that. God already made the decision. You're my son, and I want to bring you with me. And my grace is sufficient for you. And we should harp on that, man, because it goes back to that thing, knowledge of tree of good and evil. Nah, your grace is not sufficient. That's like us telling us, nah, God, we know better than you. Your grace isn't sufficient enough. It's based off of what I do in this life on earth. That's what makes me saved.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's not. But because we're human, we have that sinful nature. Our mind tells us it wants to go against that. It wants to go against that.
Yeah.
You know, so you're not saved by works, bro. You're saved because you're God's child. Jesus made that sacrifice knowing that you and I would be sitting in this room still struggling with our faith. And he still chose to do what he did because it's his grace. It's his mercy. Those are the characteristics of God. Did that click?
Yeah, it
a
makes
little
sense.
bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for the longest time, it was like, it's all about works. Like, even in the Mormon church, it's like, there's heaven, but there's like 3 tiers of heaven. And unless you do enough works to get to the very top one, you're not going to be in his presence. And there's hell.
Yeah. Me personally, I don't believe that, man.
I didn't either.
It
Well,
was
actually-
probably one of the reasons why. And at least that's also what I don't read in the Bible. Now, I have seen a lot of debates with Jehovah's Witnesses, Muslims, and Mormons when it comes to this whole works. They like to go to this one scripture. I forgot what it is, but it says faith without works is dead. And they'll point to that one scripture and say, see, it's by works. It's by works. But they're missing a perspective in it. For me, I do works, right? I do good works. But I don't do the works because God says you have to do good works.
Yeah.
It's because I'm so grateful
Yeah.
for what he's done for me that I go to God and say, God, what works do you have for me to do so I can help with your kingdom? Not, God, I want to be in your presence. Give me works to do so I can earn your good graces. It's, God, you've already done so much for me.
Yeah, we had this conversation before.
Yeah.
And that, when I was talking to you about it, like, whoa, I'm like, whoa, that made sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, I always thought, like, doing all these works was, like, to glorify God. But I'm like, isn't it kind of selfish, though? Like, you're doing it for
selfish.
you.
It is selfish.
But
It
then
painted-
the way
yeah.
you explained it to me was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and all my studies that I've been doing with the Bible, man, like it just keeps pointing to that. It's like, yeah, because that's how I feel. You know, like God gave me Naomi. God gave me Oso. God gave me this home. God gave me the ability to do this podcast. God has been blessing my career, and I've only been fixating on Him. So I'm like, dude, I can't repay you for anything you've done, but I'm going to try my best. So yeah, I'm going to be doing works for you, but it's not from like, I got to do all these things. If not, I'm going to hell.
Yeah.
It's no, because you've blessed me so much. What else can I do for you?
Yeah. When you explained it to me, you like explained it as like the things I do for my dad. I don't do it to like get something from my dad. I do it because I love my dad. And now I'm like, oh, that makes complete sense.
Just remember that moving forward, bro. Because like, even when it comes to church and the Bible, like you're not reading the church and the Bible to be in His good grace. You're not going to church and reading the Bible to be in His good graces. You're going to church and you're reading the Bible so that you can just learn more about Him. I had shared this with you before, bro. It's like the Bible isn't a rule book on how to make it to heaven. The Bible is a love letter that God left for us. This book is not a book to explain all these things. It's a book solely made for you.
Yeah.
God's going to talk to you different in that book than he does to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which is why, that's the only reason why I push you into the Bible, because I'm like, yo, what God tell you? Yo, what God tell you? That's the only reason why I tell the homies, like, yo, have you been in your word? Because I know that God speaks differently to everybody in the word. And then if you were in the word and you're like, oh, God told me this, I'd be like, damn, bro, I've read that book twice and I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what it is. I mean, God's here listening to us now, man. What do you hope for him to show you in the next coming season?
I don't know. What I do know is that I just want to continue to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And if that means that I have to struggle somewhere, I'm okay with it.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, man. I see the journey that he has you on, and I see how much it means to you. And Naomi and I pray for you every night, bro. Every night,
Thank
every
you.
day. Yeah. Because I know it can be scary, but always know that, like, you have this community, like you have us and you have the community that we have on Godly Gains. And, you know, you have Oscar. It's like, bro, sharing each other's burdens is where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you spoke about having anxiety when you're alone. You're not alone. Always know there's a difference between being alone and lonely.
Yeah.
Right? Alone is there's no one in the room, but you're not lonely because God is with you.
Mm-hmm.
The enemy will make you think that you're lonely, and you're never lonely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, always know that God is always with you. And it's awesome, man. I pray that you continue on your journey and that you continue to find your way. And I'm excited for the future podcasts in which we can reflect on this one and continue to see the change that you see in yourself.
There was like, when Nate used to train me, we would have many conversations, and I'm like, sometimes I'm like, I wish we had like a way to go back and listen to that.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, there were like crazy conversations, but like,
she's really good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish I could just see how I was thinking back then and see how much it's different or what I still relate to, and, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool that we have this recorded.
For sure.
Yeah.
Bro, thank you for coming in, dog. This was awesome. I'm so happy that we were able to do this.
I was actually a little bit worried just because we're in different parts of the faith, and I'm still struggling very much. And I didn't know how the conversation was going to go, but I still wanted to come because I think there's like other people that are kind of in my shoes.
Yeah.
That need to hear.
It's all spirit led, man.
Yeah.
It's like, it's all spirit. Like you heard in the prayer, like I'm not even taking control. To be honest, I felt like I talked a lot in this podcast, and I'm sorry guys, because we have a guest and we're supposed to let the guest talk. But even when we have podcasts, bro, like I try my best to like tell myself to shut up. And then when I do speak, I'm trying to listen to what the Spirit is asking me to say the entire time. It's just, we just let God take over, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's his power. It's his message. This is his platform. This is his podcast. Like,
no, I like this. It was like, we just had a conversation. And
Yeah,
that was it. We weren't
absolutely.
like trying to drive some topic or anything like
yeah,
that.
that's dope. All right, cool. I think we'll end it there. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know that was a long conversation, but I'm sure some of you guys were able to pick up on a lot of what Chris said, and some of you guys are going through the same struggles. And it's important that we hash all these things out and we speak our mind. And who knows? Like in a year from now, we might have another podcast, and we're going to be thinking completely different because while this is happening right now, God is still doing a work in us, right? And we're going to be more wise, and we're going to be more in tune with the Spirit. But we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you guys never miss a post. We post every Monday. And if you haven't checked us out on Spotify, check us out there as well. Make sure y'all follow Chris. I'm going to go ahead and put his IG handle in the description. He's been getting into his photos, and we need to encourage him to do more photos because he's amazing. He's one of the first photographers I ever met, and his art is beautiful. All right, we'll catch you guys next week. Go out and get your godly gains.